This might sound like a recycled headline, but it isn't. It's that the move away from religion continues in the United States. There's a new report from the Pew Research Center, which shows that the percentage of Americans who say they believe in God, pray daily, and attend church regularly continues to decline. First of all, the portion of Americans who say they are absolutely certain that God exists has dropped from 71% to 63% since 2007. The real headline to me should be that 63% of Americans remain absolutely certain about something for which they have no evidence. That's truly the headline for me. Also from the study, the percentage of adults who describe themselves as religiously affiliated is down to 77% from 83%. Okay. And lastly, the share of the US adult population that considers religion very important to them, prays daily, and attends services at least once per month has declined around 3 or 4 percentage points over the last 8 years. This is a small, but it's described as a statistically significant shift, according to the authors of the study, because it continues to happen over a pretty short period of time. The fascinating question for me from the poll was how many people say that they pray daily? And I like to say the poll says how many people pray daily. I think a better explanation is how many people say they pray daily, because I think many people out of guilt may say they pray daily when they actually don't. That number is at 55.1%. 55.1% of respondents, supposedly a representative sample of the entire country, say that they are praying daily. It's so hard for me to believe this because I don't think I know almost anyone that ever prays. I might be able to come up with a couple people I know that I either assume or know pray on a semi-regular basis. So I don't know if some people lied about praying daily because they thought that was the right answer. I don't know if many people told the truth on the poll, but are lying to me that they pray daily, or they try to hide that. Or maybe if you consider the parts of the country where people are more religious, it's just accurate. I mean, here in the Northeast, growing up in Massachusetts, living in New York, spending time when it's outside of the Northeast, primarily on the West Coast, it seems almost impossible to believe that more than half of this country prays on a daily basis. But that is what the poll suggests. I don't really know what to think about that. I think we can blame the move away from religion, at least partially, on better scientific understanding of the world around us, understanding of how things work. But I think we can also blame the move away from the religion, at least a little bit, on publicly known religious nuts, right? I mean, who would want to have Kim Davis's God as their God? Who would want to have the God that fundamentalist religious nuts claim hate gays be their God? That's not an appealing God to many people. Obviously, to some people, it still is pretty appealing. But to many people, that is just not appealing. And I totally understand how that could have an impact on the religiosity of Americans. I would expect this trend to continue as it has for decades in the United States.